Well, hello, welcome. Thank you very much for watching. This is Ronda Del Boccio, aka the Crafty Blind Girl. I'm showing you another crafty quick tip, and this one is about using embossing folders or embossed elements to add interest to your cards. Okay, so here is the base of a card. I did some inking around the edges, which I showed you in a previous video. I used a strip of this, it looks like sheet music, but it was out of a pad of paper. And I have an embossed piece here. And so I'm angling it so you can see, it has texture. So when you feel of the card, it has a texture to it. So that's pretty cool. And depending on what you have or what you can get, you can also do smaller ones. Like I have this one that is a pattern, and what I did was, although you could just do it on a piece of paper, I actually then inked over it. So I took some gold ink, and I took, this is a set of makeup brushes actually, and used that to put the ink on there to give it a little bit of interest. So there's a couple of pieces like that, which will be I'll be able to add to cards. And sometimes if I don't have a card I'm making right now, I put them in my stash to be used. And sometimes if I have a little piece of paper like that, which isn't super exciting, but I don't want to throw it out, there's nothing wrong with it. So here's the same type of thing. All I did was, well, that was the back of something. I wasn't going to use that piece, so I just put some ink on it. And then what I can do is run it through embossing. So I'm going to do that. I have, whoops, I knocked my ink. This is a diamond press. You can use whatever you have. I like this. I have electronic machines, but I like this one for little tiny projects so that you don't have to drag everything out. So here's a scrap of paper. Now that's an interesting scrap. That can become an element on a card to add interest. Okay, so that one I did some inking on black paper, and this one I just used a piece of colored paper, and that was a part of an element on a card. And so that's the fun thing. Now I can take this piece that I inked. I turn the folder the right way, it opens better. There we go. Okay. And I'm not using any brute force on this, just enough to hold it still. And so now this piece of scrap, which I wasn't going to use it, I inked it, which took a few seconds, and now it's embossed, and now it's an interesting piece that could go on to whatever, a journal card. It could be the belly band of a journal. It could be a strip on a card to add some interest. Something like these could be also a belly band of a journal. You glue it down on the ends, and then there's room to stick a card behind it or whatever. So, or it could go on cards. So whatever. It's kind of nice to have different pieces like that that you can use in your cards. So there's those with the embossing. So just a fun little tip for you to try out, and thank you for watching. I do hope that you will like, subscribe, and tap the bell so you get all my vids right when they come out. And as always, cheers to your blissful life.